guys, it's Brittany. So, today's going to be a Back in Time Watches video, and today I'll be sharing with you the first time that I watched Elf. So, when Elf came out, it was in November in 2003. So, I didn't get to watch it until a year later in 2004. So, um, I was okay. I think when I watched it was, I think it was in 2004. Yeah, I think around close to Christmas. So I was 13. Yeah, I was 13 at the time. So, because I had turned 13 in November that year. So yeah, I was 13 when I was watching it in December in 2004. And so when watching it the first time, I really liked it. I enjoyed it because it just told this completely different story that you know, that it was different. And to hear this story about this baby that crawled into Santa's bag and how he was raised by elves, which is in a way kind of similar to what I mentioned about Santa Claus is coming to town, although when he was raised by elves, he thought he was an elf but really tall, and so what he didn't found out was that he was actually human. But he didn't knew about that until he overheard a conversation of when these two elves were talking about him. And so after hearing this, he wanted to go. I think he wanted to run away and go find his real father. And so, what's interesting about this story is that he does go out into the real world because he was living at the North Pole with Santa Claus and these elves. And I don't think I saw Mrs. Claus, at least from what I saw. And from what I remember, yeah, I don't think there was. Or maybe there was, but maybe she had passed. I don't know. That just took a dark turn, but man, I don't know. But so yeah, what happens is that just when he was raised by elves and Santa Claus and raised by this elf that took him in and raised him like his own, that he wanted to go to the real world to find his father. And so he does, although things didn't go the way he expected. Because I think in his mind he expected that there was going to be this very warm um, uh, reunion with his father, but it did not turn out that way. So, but it's just interesting how he's just like this very jolly, very cheerful um, person, man who thinks he's an elf when really he's not an elf, and so, like I said, he's very cheerful, he's very happy, very jolly, and I'm like that too. Well, I'm not like that in a way that he is, but I'm like that in my own way when it comes to this time of the year. But he's just being himself and to how he was raised at the North Pole. So when he's hoping to have this very open, very warm hearted kind of reunion with his father, it just didn't turn out that way. And so of course he had to learn the hard way about to how his father is and everything. And that, even despite him acting a certain way, that he still, he never once got mad or anything, and he's still trying to be positive, he's still trying to be happy and jolly, which I think that's good, still try to be that way no matter if someone else is acting any different. But But yeah, it just shows that, he's just this kind of person that, you can at least somehow like try to get along with. And you know what I mean? Like, and so just seeing this story that I don't think has been told before, I just thought was very interesting and unique. And yeah, I liked it. And of course, I still like to watch it. As I enjoy it. It's funny. It's also this like you get like this humor in it, but also you get this warm, um, heartfelt kind of story as well. And that's what I love about it. I love those kinds of stories where I love where you get humor, but also you get this warm, this warm, hearted, story as well. And I love that. A heartfelt story. So yeah, I love that where you get a bit of both of the humor, but also you get maybe a little dramatic scenes, maybe just a little bit where things get kind of sad, or get kind of intense a little bit. Not too much, but just a little bit. But most of all, it's just this very heartfelt story where you feel for the characters. And I think when you feel for the characters is something different. Like you might feel more bad for one character than the other. I think it depends. And yeah, and I just love that. And so this really brought that to life. And how even he found a love interest to this woman that he really likes, and how they did ended up together, and how by the end of the movie it shows that they are married and they had a baby. So yeah, I thought that was great, like to see that, especially where it shows a happy ending. But really, the happy ending isn't an ending, it's actually a beginning. It's a new chapter of of their lives. So yeah, but yes, I remember watching this. I just, yeah, I enjoyed it. And I just, yeah, it was just funny. But I gotta say, there are some parts that don't make me laugh, but I'm just like, oh, what? But there's just some other parts that probably make me laugh a little bit more than other parts, but that's okay. That's okay. And I just really love how, like I said again, I love when it comes to those heartfelt kind of stories, because when you see it in some comedy movies or even other horror movies, or okay, not horror movies, I'm sorry, but maybe that too, I don't know, because I think with horror movies you don't get a heartfelt kind of story. I think there are some things of the story that might be kind of heartfelt, maybe a little bit, but mostly it's just scary, and scary, like terrifying, even something that's traumatizing. So I think it depends. But yeah, I didn't mean to say horror movies. It just came out. But I think there are some other movies that have that kind of like a heartfelt kind of story. But I think it depends on the genre. Depends on how they want to tell the story. I think it all depends. But yes, I love those because it just also gets to show that even this does happen as well. It's also understandable. It's relatable, and where yeah, you're gonna get those kinds of people where they're not gonna be very warm and all that. And there are some that are gonna be cold, and sometimes you might have to keep your distance. But uh, it's hard to explain. But I think there are some that are probably much colder, maybe meaner, and just a complete you know what, then yeah, you may not want to stick around with those because they'll really bring you down. Because it's like if they're down, they want to see other people down because how they're feeling. But no, you don't want to be around that. And as for me, I'm very much a very warm type of person. I'm a kind and warm hearted type of person where it's like, I get along with people, and and I love making friends. I love meeting new people, getting to know them, and making friends, and just like personally, like I said, I am like that. I'm just like this warm hearted type of person, and even around this time of year I get very excited, so I'm like all like feeling cheerful and jolly and just like happy and just like where I feel the warmth and the love. And I think when you feel the warmth, like the coziness of this, because that's what love feels like. Love is the warmth that you feel, and it makes you feel good inside, and it makes you feel warm and cozy, and it just puts a smile on your face, and you just feel that. And yeah, and I feel that especially around this time of the year. So yeah. So again, on with the movie, that yeah, this was just a different movie I never had seen before, and this was a movie that I really enjoyed. And so yeah, gotta say, I love the cast. I do. They did great, and the music and the Christmas songs in this was good. So yes, I enjoyed it. And yeah, it's just also one of those movies I enjoy watching around this time of the year. So yeah, I remember after that, I thought, wow, this was something very different from any other Christmas movie that I've seen. But I think each Christmas movie is different and unique in its own way, and there are some that either gonna like or really love, or maybe there are some that they probably won't like or not love it, and they might just may not be into it like other people will. But that's okay. That's okay. And like I say, I know there are those who do not like Elf, who do not enjoy it, but that's okay. I mean, if it's not your type of holiday movie or type of your comedy movie, then that's okay, because there are different kinds of comedy for everyone, and this that I really liked and enjoyed. So yes, it's something that I will watch every year around this time. So that is the first time that I watched it, and what I thought about it, and to the kind of impression it left on me, which was a good impression. So I gotta say that yes, overall I liked it. I still like it. I enjoy it. So yeah, and that was the first time that I had watched Elf. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you like or love Elf, comment down below, and yeah, give this video a like. And for more movie content, reactions, streams, and the paranormal, subscribe and click on the bell so you'll be notified when I upload. So, oh yeah, and before I go, again, I'm gonna be doing more videos of this month, like not just before we get into the new year, but there's just videos I have planned that I want to do of this month. Like I want to do as much as I can, this month, like, yeah, even before Christmas, even after Christmas, but also before the new year, because time is going fast. So yeah, so you're gonna see more coming soon this month, which I'm excited for. And I'm getting cold in here. So yes, hope again you enjoyed this. So for more content of movies, reaction streams, and the paranormal, subscribe and click on the bell so you'd be notified when I upload. That is all for today, and I'll see you at the movies.